Hello, my darlings. Hello. Hi, good evening. So this is something that's been on my mind all morning, and now it's the evening, and I had to go through my day and everything, and look at this lovely mermaid in the back. That's my my thing. So listen, I'm gonna tell you a story. And I know I've shared it. I know I shared it in writing in a blog many years ago when I first got divorced. And I might have shared it on here at some point, video, I don't know. Anyway, this is okay. The cycle of abuse. Okay, it's something when people are stuck in it, they don't realize that they're stuck in it. The cycle of abuse. I was married to a narcissistic, gaslighting rageaholic that tried to literally destroy me. And his poison runs so deep to where, you know, he poisoned my father through my father's wife, because my father's wife is a narcissistic gaslighter as well. Deranged spawn of the devil. So they're very similar. But through poisoning her with his venom, that went straight into my father, who, they were turned against me. I've shared all that stuff before, and I'll share more later. But this story is when, right after I had Sage, he just turned 9, and he was like a couple months old, and we were invited to my daughter's preschool teacher's wedding. And so down in Coronado, which is a very nice part of San Diego, and we were so thoughtful, to be invited. So we went, my husband at the time, and I hadn't been out. I had my full 9 months plus, pregnancy, taking care of my baby. I had not been out. No, I don't like to go out anyway, but it was my first time in about a year. And to have a glass of wine, relax, enjoy my night out. And so I got dressed pretty. I wore this faux mink shawl that I've had for ages. Where it is right now, I'm not sure. It might be in my closet, but it might not be, because a lot of things were stolen from me or damaged over the years. So my ex-husband it was an open bar, so my ex-husband starts double fisting 7 and 7s, one in each hand. Why not, right? I mean, we're dancing, we're having fun, everything else. The evening comes to a close. We're driving back to my mother-in-law's. At the time, she was watching Sage, who was just a couple months old, and Athena, who was 5, and Blue Jay was, I believe, with a friend, or maybe with his dad, who he never saw very frequently. His dad never saw him frequently, rather. But he wasn't there that night, in any event. So, as we're driving back to pick up the children, is when my ex-husband's husband at the time starts just unleashing the devil on me, from just turned as the demons that are all around him. He just turned into one. And see, I block a lot of it out as far as the particulars about the names he was calling me, and there's a number of occasions where he almost crashed the car, either when he was driving it or I was driving it, trying to kill us. Truth. This is truth, what I went through. But what prompted it was something about my mink shawl, my fake mink shawl. That I wore it because I wanted, I wanted people to think it was real. I don't know. He was coming at me in such a way that it was like, I'm like, no, I didn't. I've had it forever. It's vintage. I don't care if people think it's real or not. That's not why I wore it. It looked pretty and it matched my outfit, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, he just lost his mind on me. And so we pick up the children. I think it was probably maybe like 10 or 11. And we get back to our house. And this was actually after, so I had separated and gotten back with him, separated and gotten back with him. This is what I'm telling you about the cycle of abuse. Is a honeymoon phase. So you go through the bad part, then you have the honeymoon phase. I love you, I'm sorry, I'll never do it again. You believe them, you want to believe them, and then it's right back. And it never fucking ends. And so I had left him, gotten back with him, left him, gotten back with him. And it was at the point where, you know, anybody that knew me at the time that I did share this stuff with, because I didn't share it for a very long time because I didn't realize I was actually stuck in a cycle of abuse. But I've never been very close with my younger siblings, my twin sibling, my parents. It's just been this divide between us, which I commented on another video. They're karmics. What that means is they were my enemies in a previous life. They never cared for me. It was they still wanted to destroy me in this life, okay? Anyway, so we get back home and I get the children in bed, and my husband at the time, Steven, just didn't stop. I mean, he did not stop. He broke 2 kitchen chairs that night, the refrigerator door, and I thought this was it. He's going to kill me. This is the night it's going to happen. And I think it was probably, I locked him out of the bedroom, and he wouldn't stop pounding on it, banging on it, banging on it, banging on it. And as soon as I think he might have gone in the backyard, he did something, I grabbed the kids, and I got in the car, and I sped out of there, and I left. And probably 1 a.m, I think it was. And I went to a gas station about a couple miles away, and I pulled into the gas station, and there was no one I could call. I'm getting emotional, but there was no one I could call. I had nowhere to go. No, I tried to call my sister. No, nobody answered. And because it was at the point where they said to me, why don't you leave him? Why? We don't want to hear this anymore. When you're stuck in a cycle of abuse, you're stuck. And if you don't get out, you will probably end up dead. By their hand or your own. So I slept in the parking lot, in my car, with Sage and Athena. He was just a couple months old, and Athena was 5, and I slept in my car at a gas station. So, it was so hard. And that was when I finally left him, when Sage was 6 months old. It was right at that time I said, I can't do this anymore. And he threatened to kill me and the children if I left him. And I said, I guess this is what's gonna happen. Well, those were empty threats, but he did say he was gonna do everything in his power to keep me from the children and the children from me, and he succeeded at that. He has. But, you know, this isn't a woe is me. I'm a survivor from this. But what I'm telling you is, if you know anyone that you know is maybe potentially in an abusive situation, you need to let them know that you're there if they end up in a parking lot at 1 a.m. with their children because they have nowhere to go. You're there, that they can show up at your door that they can show up at your door and it will be okay. Okay? So, that was what I woke up with on my mind today. And I think this was prompted because, I want the kids to come and visit me, and my ex-husband is, I had to leave my kids the way this situation is between us in order to save myself, even though we've been divorced and this, that, and the other thing for 8 years. He, and with the help of my father and my father's wife, tried to literally destroy me and take my kids away from me a year and a half ago. And I cannot be anywhere near any of them. They're extremely dangerous people. Anyway, I want my kids to come visit. And Sage is crying because he wants to be here now, and his dad says, no, you can't go. If you go, you can only stay for 2 weeks. That's all the court is going to allow, and that's fucking lies. It's lies. But this is what he does. And this is one of the things that I've said in my other video. Your kids will remember their lives. They're going to remember. They're going to remember, and they're going to be like, holy shit. My parent fucking lied to me. They kept me from this person, that person, whatever it is. Whatever. But my kids will remember. They'll remember this. And, the kids are coming to visit. They're going to be here in a couple weeks. But, it's very hard to be away from them. This is a crying night now, isn't it? But it's what I had to do. I feel safe here. Anyway, that's what I got for you guys. That's a different one, huh? Just a little crybaby tonight. Just let people around you know that if they ever find themselves in a parking lot with their children at 1 o'clock in the morning, they can come to you. If you love them and you know that they might be going through something, here's a telltale sign. If they stop telling you stuff that's going on, maybe you should check in with them, see how they're doing. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is the purging. This is the healing. This is what I need to go through. But that was such a hard night for me. And so many things he's done to me since then. But I am a mermaid. I am a survivor. I'm just purging some emotions, okay? Thanks for listening. See you next time.